Hello guys, welcome back. Just a day after the release of iOS 26.1 to the public, Apple has released the first beta of the new iOS 26.2, and it is an amazing update. With just the first beta, we have a ton of really amazing new features, a lot of stuff we have actually been asking for a really long time. Now they're here, a lot of features that you will love once you have your device updated to the new iOS 26.2. Now before we get all those features, I just want to ask you guys for a really quick favor. Most of you watching my videos are still not subscribed to the channel, so if you enjoy the videos and you want to see more of them, please make sure to hit that subscribe button. It will really help the channel a lot. We're starting things off with the Settings app. As you probably know, on the Settings app you have a setting that allows you to use the flashlight of your device for alerts. Now you can use that, but you can also use the screen of your device, which is really cool. You need to go under the accessibility settings and then just go down here to audio and visuals, and right here at the bottom you will have flash for alerts. If you have this enabled, you will have the LED flash, but you can also choose here the screen of your device. Not just that, you can even choose both of them, and then you will have the options here to flash when unlocked or flash in silent mode. The real thing here is that you can now use the screen of your device when you get a ring on your device. It will actually flash the screen, and not just your flashlight. Another big new feature that Apple has added with the new iOS 26.2 can be found on the Reminders app. Let's just go ahead and create a new reminder here. You can see right here when I enable time, now we will have another option here called Urgent. If you enable that, then Reminders will have alarms as well. Allow Reminders to schedule alarms and timers. We can allow it right here and then there. We have it. We can go ahead and enable it right here, so at the time that you set your reminders, you will also get the alarm. It's actually pretty cool. Once we have it set, it should also set alarms right here on the clock app and timers as well. One of the features we have been asking for since the release of iOS 26 on its first beta with the new liquid glass design is a slider to allow us to adjust the liquid glass. With iOS 26.1, we have an option to go to a tinted mode, but that's not what we have actually asked for. This right here is the real deal, even though it only will work on the lock screen. Hopefully in the near future we could use this everywhere on iOS. When you go to edit your clock, you will have this new slider that allows you to adjust the liquid glass right here on the clock. What's really interesting is that some people will love liquid glass, some will hate liquid glass. A lot of people want to have this slider so they can make the liquid glass more transparent, just like it was on the first beta of iOS 26. A lot of people, of course, don't want it to that transparent, so it will look something like this. If this slider would be on the settings and it would work system-wide, it would actually be really awesome. There is a big update on podcast as well. Instead of just going through the app and showing you the new features, here's a list of what's new with the podcast app on iOS 26.2. First of all, we have chapters that allow to easily navigate through an episode. These will be automatically generated for your podcast, so that's really awesome. We have podcast mentions. See and follow mentioned podcasts right from the player and transcript. We also have from this episode where you can have quick access to links shared in the podcast on the episode page. Any different link will show there, so you can just click on it and it will take you to the link that will appear on that podcast, which is really awesome. The News app has gotten some updates here. You will see the bottom tab right here where you switch between news and audio and all that stuff. The search bar as well. Everything here has been redesigned with iOS 26.20 Beta 1. iOS 26 will also bring enhanced security alerts to your device. You will have here earthquake alerts and also imminent threat alerts. You can enable those right here, and then you also have the option to improve the alert delivery, but again, enhance safety alerts. It has its own section under the Settings app. Here's another really important change on the Passwords section. If you use the Passwords app from Apple, then head on to your settings and go under Apps. If you go under Passwords, right here at the bottom you will see something called Show Excluded Websites. These are basically websites that have offered you to save your password and username, but you didn't do it, and then it will show them right here. It says, you will be asked to save passwords when signing in into apps and website except those that are in this list. What you can do is, of course, open this list. It will show you all the apps and website right there, and you can go ahead and remove any of them if you have added them before or you didn't save passwords for those apps, and it has put it on this list, and you can go ahead and remove them from here. Another couple of smaller changes will be one on Safari. I didn't see it for myself, but I've seen this reported from a lot of users. Once they open Safari for the first time on iOS 26.2 Beta 1, it will give you a pop-up asking you to choose the default search engine for Safari. Live translation for AirPods is now actually working in Europe. If you live in Europe and you update to iOS 26.2, you can finally use translation for your AirPods, which is one of the best new features when it comes to AirPods with iOS 26. What's next with iOS 26.2? In my opinion, it will be released to the public sometime in December, most likely somewhere on the 15th or 16th of December before the holiday season. In the meantime, we will go through beta stages. I would expect Apple to go on a 2-week schedule for now, so I would expect the next beta somewhere on the 17th of November, then the 4th, then most likely the 3rd here, the 4th, the RC on the 8th of December, and then the release on the 15th. Usually with these updates, Apple will go on a 2-week schedule for the first couple of betas and then move on to weekly schedule, meaning that they will be releasing a new beta every week until the final release. Should you update or not? It's very early to tell, even though it has some really great and useful new features. I think that you just wait for a bit more, maybe over the second beta, or wait for a few more days to see how this will work on devices, how the battery life will be, and all that stuff. I wouldn't jump into it right now, especially if you're just planning to install it on your daily device. That's basically it for this video. iOS 26 is looking great with these new updates. They're actually really awesome. Thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one.